What's up everyone, Dr.D here, and in this video we are breaking down Nageki Noki Expert. It's a level 16 and this is requested by Star DF29. He's been a patron for a while. He made this request and I'll be more than happy to break it down for you. It's overall relatively simple in terms of patterning. Patterning, is that a word? But you definitely want to make sure you have a good stamina when you're trying to attack this one. It's going to be your best friend, and as anyone who's played the song knows, it features at the time, which was pretty shocking, a very long 160 sustained stream. So a lot of people remember the song because of that. Alright, so we're going to go through it. A lot of it is going to not have to be spent too much time on because overall, it's pretty straightforward, though there are a few helpful parts that I think I might be able to lend a hand. I'll mostly focus on this side because we are going to be, how should I say, we are going to be, analyzing the chart, but do keep in mind most of you are going to be playing it on 3, 2, 4x. Alright, let's just get started. I'll pause when I need to. Alright, so the first 40 steps are pretty straightforward. There's a lot of cues that show you which foot you should be stepping with. There's not a lot of double stepping, so let's just keep going. And 69. Nice. It should be up fine till now. If you have any, I was going to say competency, but that sounds like a little too rude. But if you are an avid DDR player and you have a lot of skill, this part should be relatively simple up until now. Alright, now here's the step jumps, and unfortunately, you just gotta learn how to do them. There's not too much tips I can give you. I have talked about them in the past. If you do want to see them, probably someone in the chat can list some other videos I've talked about step jumps, but in terms of step jumps, these are pretty tame because they're corner step jumps primarily, which in my experience, when your feet are closer together, corner step jumps are easier to perform than wide up, down, or left, right. Now we're doing double jumps, and then into a first a staircase. A staircase is a pattern that looks like this, but it finishes with a twist. Alright, now this part, believe it or not, I cheated. So these two ups that are coming up, I actually hit it with my right foot, just my right foot. I bracket jump these every time. Why do I do that? Isn't that like pretty dangerous because I'm doing right, right, and then right, right again? That's like 4 in a row. Yeah, technically it is more dangerous, but at the same time, I'm trying to keep the dominant position. I've told you the right foot dominant position before. I like to keep this position, and by doing that, I can maintain that position. Because like all of this, I'm in the right position still. So yeah, there. And yeah, even those two jumps, to make sure that I keep that position, I have to bracket even those two. These are pretty hard to bracket for the average player. It's a technique that does take a lot of practice. It takes the right kind of pads. It takes the right kind of shoes. But if you can find a way to hit this jump with just your left foot and smack it down, you're going to find that overall you're going to be saving a lot of energy throughout the rest of the song. My whole mindset is to save as much energy and minimize my movement when I'm playing the song for at least the first 60% of it. So even here, if you want to, this one I won't lie. This one I do usually do it the correct way. So hitting these and then swinging over and then doing these. The reason is otherwise I'm hitting my left, left, the right, right. That's a little dangerous. It's usually a little too dangerous. So I will hit these section correctly. And then even, yeah, so I'm in this one, then I'll pivot here. But then right after 175, we're back to trying to maintain the right foot dominant position. And then I will even double step that. So to maintain the right foot dominancy, I will not actually hit left, left, and then down, down with my right. No, I will hit left, left with my left foot, down, down with my left foot. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then my right foot's going to get the next 4. And then now is where we have to follow the actual pattern. So up until now, I've been trying to maintain the right foot dominant position as much as possible, try to minimize my efforts as much as possible, try to bracket jump all the up rights and the down lefts with either my right foot or the left foot. This has been my strategy up until 30% of the song. Now we have to follow it. Really no secret here, you just gotta do it. Do keep in mind what foot to start with. Like for example, you're gonna have a bad time if you don't remember to start with your left foot. So don't try double stepping here. Just flow through it. It should be fine. If you're flowing, it should be alternating feet every time. Alright, and now we are 35% of the song, and you should be pretty tired. If you're not, then, well, wow, you're probably better than me. Well, that's the whole reason why I try so hard to minimize my movements, because if I really tried every time to do those absolutely the correct way, I would be so tired by this part, and we know that the song is only going to get harder. But this part is kind of a break, although there's a couple tricky crossovers. Alright, let's take a look. So the first one's going to start here. No matter how you hit those 3, make sure your right foot hits the first triplet. And then I like to double step this so that my left foot can do it. So it'll be left, left, and left for me. Those are footing. So that I can make sure my left foot is hitting that. You don't want to hit this with your right foot. You'll have a bad time. Let's see if we can come up with a pattern together that'll help us all remember it. How about we go back 5 seconds? So first one will be right foot, left foot, left foot, left foot. Alright, this one I would absolutely recommend double stepping this section. So then you can be in the right position to hit this jump nicely. And then this part, okay, you have 2 options. There's the crossover way and there's the non-crossover way. The first way I'll teach you is the crossover way. Hit this with your left foot, hit this with your left foot, hit this with your left foot, and then go out there. Alright, so that's way number 1. Way number 2, we're still going to have to cross over on the last one, but we can cheat the first couple. Left foot, jump. You don't have to jump, but now we're going, so we do this, and then we're going to switch our body so that our right foot's going to hit this down. And then from this position, switch back, and then your left foot's going to do that. Technically, you could make your right foot do it, but I think it really comes down to preference. Let me take a really quick look. Is there any benefit for your right foot to hit that? Yeah, I mean, it goes back to the one video, the last breakdown that I did, where do you want to start with the hard one and then finish with an easy one, or do you want to start with an easy one and then finish with a hard one? Kind of comes down to player preference. I prefer to start easier because then I'm like, if I'm in the zone for it, the hard one will come easily. Where like if you sloppily get into the hard one, the hard one in this case means that you're starting crossed over. So that would be your right foot on the down and your left foot swinging over to the right arrow. This would be the harder pattern. It has its advantages if you're confident in it, but personally I would rather get in the groove with getting the easy stuff and then just really carry about that one with my right arrow, or with my right foot. Alright, and then this is kind of a repeat of earlier, and if you are doing it correctly, it should flow. And then this, you have to make sure the right foot's down. This jump, I will actually do it correctly, and then if you know me, I'll probably jump right here, so that I'll maintain the down hold while still hitting this, so I'll jump right there. And then I'll double step this. And I'll usually bracket jump this, believe it or not. And then for this arrow, it's not dropping long enough so that we can lift off our left foot on the down arrow to hit this around here, and you'll be fine. And then double step this. And then here's this again, but this is way easier. So down on the left, yeah. And then left on this one, and right. Alright, now this part gets a little bit more complicated. Follow the beat. Alright, so here's where it's going to get like, fuck you, complicated. So here, not too bad, but after you do this, you have an option. What do I usually do? Well, I actually probably need to look at it. Yeah, believe it or not, I do it the harder way. I wonder why I do it the harder way, though. I will tell you what I do, but I'll show you what you also could do. After I hit this one, when I finish it, I actually do hit my right foot, left foot, right foot. Yes, I do go crossed over. I don't know why though. Like technically you don't have to. Yeah, I think it's because of this transition. Because if I don't do that, if you try to hit this with your left foot, left foot, and then you gallop with your right, left, left, right, this is kind of awkward because you have to double step into this, where if you are crossed over here, your right foot's on the top and you hit your left here, it's more naturally transitioning over here. So it's either you got to pay for it up here or you got to pay for it down here. You know, in DDR in general, I always notice that it's just like you got to pay for it one place or the other. If you cheat here, you will have to pay for it later. If you don't cheat here, you'll have to cheat later. Something like that. It's always a give and take. So then, once again, I would hit that. You would want to hit that with your right, left, and same pattern again. So either do it the one way where you're gonna have to cheat first, or do it later and you'll cheat later, or not, because that actually it just finishes there. So do whichever one's more comfortable for you. And then here's the stream, and guess what? I have no tips. I have no tips. You gotta build up your stamina. You want to do it? Build up your stamina. Step on the inside of the arrow. These are staircases. In terms of streams, these are about as easy as they can get. So I'm not giving you any tips for the long stream. Okay, so now that there's no tips for that, we can finish up the song. I'm not kidding. Like when you request a song like Max 360 CSP and you want me to give you a breakdown, there's like nothing to break down. You need to have stamina. You need to have skill. It takes a lot of practice. And I've broke down 100 different times before how to build stamina in like my DDR Tips for Dummies series and other things like that. Go watch those. I'm not going to like analyze each one of those arrows and tell you what to do. No. Long streams, I'm not breaking down unless they're like crossover patterns. Alright, so let's finish up the song. So play it through. You are going to want to double step these so that you can get all these jumps, like the down down, right right, left left, up up. And this is a repeat of before. Make sure this one you start with your right foot, and then left foot, right foot, and you're done. And 666, pretty scary. Alright, so that is Nageki Noki Expert, requested by StarDF29. I hope you found this helpful. I hope all of you gained something from watching this video, and I hope you guys continue to support me. He made a request because he's a patron. If you'd like to join my Patreon, link is down below. I will do more breakdown requests like this. Alright guys, thanks for watching, take care, and peace. Hey guys, thanks for watching this video. Be sure to leave a like and a comment down below. If you like what I do and want to be notified whenever I upload or go live, subscribe and hit that bell icon. If you really love me, consider pledging on Patreon to enjoy exclusive benefits. Lastly, keep the DDR discussion going by joining my Discord community, link below. Thanks again, and peace.